I gotta tell you guys, up front, I don't have all the confidence in the world in tonight's deck, but we've had a string of really good nights lately, right? Like we went 6-1 with the Angels deck. Before that, we had a winning record as well. I can't even remember what we what we played, but we've had a series of very like good nights on stream lately. So we are owed a night. And I know I'm not doing myself any favors playing this deck, but every now and again you got to swing for the fences and play something for the people, you know, like play something like really stupid looking with all the Timmy cards. And that's kind of what I'm doing tonight. We're just playing 4-color dragons with Rivaz. When I tweeted out the stream, I was like, we're playing 4-color Rivaz. He's the dragon guy, like parenthetically, because I don't think people know the card by name, but this is the guy that helps you cast dragons. You cast dragons out of your graveyard and stuff like that. And there's lots of cool things about that in this deck, because let's say you got an AO out, a Scott Hall, AO, and he dies, right? Well, you get something, you get free stuff off the top of your library, or you boost your team, whatever. And then you can use Rivaz to just cast him out of the yard again. It's totally fine. Now, he'll exile. The second time AO dies, he exiles, so you won't get the second dies trigger, but like, hey, you know, you get a 5/4 flyer out of your yard. Seems good. 5/4 flying vigilance. That can't be like wandering emperor. It seems good, right? And we have that trick with all kinds of stuff, right? We have it sushi in this deck, and that sushi can be replayed out of the yard with Rivaz after it's already given us a buttload of mana or something. Rith, we can replay that and give all of our dragons Ward 2 or whatever. So, Zayatora, this somehow dies, play it out of the yard and sacrifice something else to it in step, just bam. Just as I really want to try out Rivaz a lot, and I didn't want to settle for, you know, 3-color Rivaz, like Jund Rivaz or something. I really wanted to play AO. And I really didn't have to play any other white cards in the deck besides AO, but I just really wanted to play AO. I think you could get away with Jund here if you wanted to, but this gives us a chance of playing a larger spread of dragons and not so many 4-of legends and stuff, so kind of like that about it. The deck has okay removal, you know, early stuff at instant speed like Fateful Absence, and then, again, perhaps early stuff like Leyline Binding. I figured it was a 4-color deck. We're playing all these Triomes anyway, I might as well play Leyline Binding, you know, is kind of my reasoning there. So, I'm already heavy white too, you know, double white for AO, double white for a Wandering Emperor, early white for Fateful Absence, so kind of all in on white. We might as well play Leyline Binding because we have all these white Triomes. A lot of the Triomes happen to have, you know, white in them, so... You know, that's kind of the entire deck, too. There's not a whole lot of tech here, I guess, that we can copy. Again, a Bank Buster with a Fable. We can copy Riveteer's Requisitioner. But there's really nothing else we can copy with a Fable. It's in there for ramp and to get us to the right cards at the right time. And remember, we can drop stuff in the yard with Fable and then replay it with Rivaz. So, something to remember as well. Requisitioner's in there to help ramp us a little bit more to these 5 and 6 drops and stuff and help make sure we have the colors that we need. Another good trick, by the way, is that Rivaz can recast the Shivan Devastator out of the yard for 1 billion mana, right? And we get that in this deck, too, you know, like Zayatora can sack stuff. We get 3 treasures. Atsushi dies, we get 3 treasures. So it's possible to rip that Shivan Dev off the top of the library and just hit for, like, 12. If the opponent does have removal for it, we just get it out of the yard. So we'll try this. I don't think the deck has a whole lot of great early drops. That might be a problem. I think the mana's a little iffy. That could be a problem. I think the deck is very top-heavy, and I should that obvious, right? You know, there's a lot of 4s, 5s, and 6s in this deck. So, you know, there's some strikes against us in terms of how you would normally build a Magic the Gathering deck, but hopefully Rivaz can tie that together. And even if he doesn't, maybe just having like a bunch of 5 and 6 drops that are ridiculous will help us win games. So let's get into the arena. See how she do. Opponent goes... All right, we got 2 untapped lands in our hand. Sure. That's, you know, this could be worse. Opponent takes a mulligan. Plains. Lunarch Veteran. Oh, no. Okay. Proving ground. See if we get a Voice of the Blessed. No, we won't this turn. Opponent plays Swamp into a Missionary. They assume the position and take 1. We got a 19 from the vet. We got a choice. We got a choice. Yeah, I guess I'll just do this. Throw down Quetzalcoatlus, hold up Fateful Absence. I just don't know if I want to waste an Absence on any of this stuff, you know? I guess I can go ahead and kill this Peacekeeper, take 3, and go to 16. It's not that big of a deal. Shouldn't its ability go on the stack right about now? Thank you. Apparently I just missed how this card worked. As it enters the battlefield, look at spells or so it's an as, not when. Is that a difference? I thought I could Fateful Absence with this ability on the stack, but apparently I can't. So that's good to know. It's good to know in case you're ever in that position. Sega. 16, passing to combat. Binding the Peacekeeper. We take a point for that. We'll end up at 12. Opponent fast running out of cards in their hand. We do have 4 open mana though. Markov Purifier. So we are just playing clerics over there. Opponent goes to 27, they can't draw a Purifier. 4 mana plays in at Sushi this turn. That's pretty good. 3 mana really doesn't do much. Really doesn't. Let's throw down at Sushi. If opponent can remove this, we go to 7. Opponent might be able to remove it. They're looking at her. Looking hard. Remember when 27 was a life total you had to watch out for? His life game deck? No more Righteous Valkyrie. Opponent staring us down. 2 cards in their hand. What could they be? I smell an Emperor, but... Oh, they just play Destroy Evil. Alright. What do we want here? Kind of like 2 cards. But I'm just going to play Devastator next turn as a 3-3 anyway. So maybe I could play it as a 4-4 and have 2 treasure tokens open to play Fateful. Maybe that's what we do. I have cards to play next turn. I don't have to get cards. So I think I want mana. Now, I can Fateful Absence right here, too. I'm not as worried about them having life as I am them having cards. They still get a card this way, and they have to pay the exact same amount of mana for it too, but we take less damage and they don't get to draw more cards. So that's good. Alright, yeah, I guess we want the pass this turn. Let's go 4-4 Devastator here. I don't think I'm going to attack. Let's see. We go to 6 on their attack next turn. Yeah, it's just no attacks here. They do have 3 cards. They caught up to us in terms of cards really fast there. Now, though, I think we can cycle this tower. Here comes an Evolved Sleeper. That's a good card. Watch out for that. Haunted Ridge is the draw. Good swing for 10 this turn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Go to 3 or something next turn. Put them at 20. Nah, we can't kill them in time that way. I don't think racing is correct. I'm going to make another 4-4 Devastator. They evolved their Sleeper. They evolved their Sleeper. And let's Bankbuster. It costs 3 mana? Yeah. Put a +1/+1 counter, so we have to trade a Devastator with it. But that's fine. We still have to draw relatively well to get out of this, but we have a Tower, we have a Reckoner Bankbuster, so we have more ways of drawing cards than they do outside of the Evolved Sleeper. But if they swing in with the Sleeper, we make the trade. Here they come. You can only up this once right now. On this mana, you can only level up this once. Is there something we should be looking out for here? Wandering Emperor can come down and give it +1/+1 in first strike. I think we have to block it regardless, though. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, yeah. Make the trade. It death touches our guy. Missionary comes down. Kicked, so they'll get the Sleeper back. And they get to play it. Nice. Nice play. Good stuff. We got a 32. We draw a land, because of course we draw a land. What lands do I want to tap here? Caves for colorless. Sulphur Springs for colorless. Yeah. Let's draw. It's a land. Not like this though. You know what I mean? Like I'm fine. I'm fine with the loss here and there. I just not like this. There's an Emperor that we can no longer play on this mana. Sega. And they evolve their Sleeper. They evolve their Sleeper. Can't do it again on this mana. Now they can. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. So 2, 4, 5. We go to 4 this turn. We're going to block the Sleeper. They're tapped out. They're at 35. We get a Riveteer's Requisitioner. Okay, what can we do with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 7, 6, 5, 4. Perfect. Almost perfect mana here. So, I'm going to draw a card. Maybe I want to do that first. Although, maybe I want to be able to crew the Bankbuster, you know? Although, drawing a card here could really change how we end up doing things, you know? Well, I think we play Requisitioner. I think this is correct. And then we say go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, yeah. Oh, Elsa Core! Nice! We got a 36. And here comes combat. Okay. Alright, so Emperor. You got a thing to do here? Okay. The Veteran is actually an idea here, because if I exile it now, they can never get it back. And also it flies when it comes back. We're at a very low life total, where that actually matters. It also matters to not take this damage right now, though. They cut down their own creatures so we don't gain life. Nice. Very nice. Is this the time to crew this? There goes the removal. They might have another removal spell in their hand, but at least they can't cut down the Bankbuster. So I go to 3. We block here, and I go to 2. 1. Oh! Oh, I guess they would have had it regardless. Good game, opponent. Good sequences there at the end. Man, opponent had literally perfect cards to put us at 0. And they have no cards left in their hand either, so... They had literally perfect cards. That's, you know, happens to the best of us. Man, that hurts. That hurts. I thought we might have been able to dig our way out of that one, but... Not... quite. We had 1 or 2 more turns, maybe, but opponent had perfect cards. What are you gonna do? Deck was only 36 away from victory. You know, your life total is not what matters at all. Life never matters. What matters is putting them in a board state where they cannot come back from it. You know, life is the least important resource in the entire game. We go first. Yeah, I guess we can play Binding early enough that this is fine, right? I think. Famous. Put it on my tombstone, you know. Let's see if they want to play Magic. You can play some Magic, bud? Like the sleeves. So. What's going on? Yeah, the only life point that matters is the last life point. I don't know if we're gonna get to play Magic against this user here. Let's find out. Let's tip our cup to them. See if that spurs them into action. It may not. These are the times, man. I understand when this happens in unranked. Alright, Rafine's Tower. Sega. Don't worry, we're not playing Esper. We're playing a very stupid deck. Opponent plays Mountain and nothing else, which is a fairly rare occurrence. So let's play Proving Ground. Got Binding up. Let's say go. Play with Fire, our face. Okay. Well, at least you're not on the play. Let's go to the top. It's important stuff. Here comes Second Mountain and Thermo Alchemist Baby. Let's give him a nice. I imagine you don't have all of the permanents in the world in your deck, so let me go ahead and take that away. Springs, we can't do nothing else. Sucks. We need to draw lands now. We're in trouble. Fourth land, preferably untapped. Oh wow, double lightning strike off the top for Reckless Impulse. Phoenix Chick. All right. I wouldn't recommend this. Fateful Absencing of Phoenix Chick. It's probably a bad idea. That's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's not a land, but it's like a land, kind of. Yeah, kill it. Lightning Strike the 2/2. Lightning Strike us, very likely before they lose it. Yep. We got a 15, that's all their mana. Leyline Binding, alright, what do we drop? One copy of AO, definitely. If we land any of these big dudes, we just win the game. We've got to get the mana to do it. Yeah. Sure. I need 2 lands. Well, we got one of them. Jetmir's Garden and Sega. I could Leyline Binding this clue token. It's a thought. I'd rather have it for another Alchemist or Flame Breather or whatever they're doing. Here comes Electric Revelation. Okay. Draw 2, discard 1. Or discard 1, then draw 2. They can flash it back, too. Reinforced Ronin? Okay. Gotta say, I didn't necessarily see that coming, but let's Binding that for sure. You gonna kill it? And Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Well, let's just play another. We gotta get mana, y'all. Got to get the mana for the stuff I want to buy. Come on. Come on, here it comes. We get our reflection, we play another Fable. The moment we get mana, it's popping off. I'm telling you. We got all the dudes. Could have played that Sushi there, but I'd honestly rather play the other Fable. Yep, play with Fire the Reflection. Okay, they're running low on cards, but they can Ladyland over Electric Revelation. Thermo Alchemist comes down. Okay. Play with Fire the Gobbo. And they're out of cards. They can always, sack the clue, but they're out of mana. Next turn, we definitely get Zayator. Ooh, we definitely get a 5-drop this turn. I don't want to drop any of these. No, thank you. I bet that scares the opponent. What? That's AO. Alright, I think we're in it. Took a weird path to it. Maybe I should have played at Sushi last turn, but I still think Fable's the right call. I want to dig to more lands. I want to be able to ramp more. They have removal. I want to get it out of their hand. So, all right. Opponent shoots us with Thermo Alchemist. We draw a Rivaz. Here comes a Reflection. Pop in. Put him at 15. What's in our yard right now? There's AO and a Rift, so I could Rivaz and then play the other stuff next turn. That seems fun. But maybe they have a Lightning Strike. I've already used 2 Lightning Strikes, but... let's hit Sushi. Let's just play the boy. We came here to play the boys. Let's play the boys. My thought was that if I Rivaz this turn, I can Zayator next turn. Call in a Professional. We go to 9. Phoenix Chick. Doesn't do much. They shoot us with Alchemist. We go to 8. Rivaz. Again. Interesting. Swing away. Put him at 4. Play Rivaz. Sega. Okay, so... we're at 8, man. You got 2 cards in your hand. Yeah, we go to 7 off the Alchemist. They score. Oh, it's a good game, though. Come on, man. It's a good game. It's a good game. We finally got mana. It turns out you get mana, you can play Magic. So, good win. GG opponent. Yeah, I gave them a free card for the Phoenix Chick there, and I said I wouldn't recommend it. But I did that for a number of reasons that I could stun lock on right now. But again, our opponent's waiting for us to choose our hand. But there were reasons why I did that, yes, absolutely. I want to get into it. I really want to get into it because I think it's really interesting why I Fateful Absence that Phoenix Chick. I'm not going to do it. Opponent goes, hand is butts. It's not very good, so I think I'm going to ship this one. Still not amazing, but it's better, you know. Let's put the Ritz back. Yeah. Let's play Garden first in case we draw Leyline Binding next turn. Opponent goes Selesnya and then does nothing. Proving Ground. Be really nice to get Fable next turn. The deck really needs untap lands. Resolute Reinforcements. We're against tokens. That's what we're doing. Okay. Probably lose to this. I imagine they go wide enough that we die to it. We take 2 here. And Wedding Announcement? Yeah. Tokens is strong, yet predictable. We get an Overgrown Farmland. That's untapped. Sure. This, or I can play Atsushi next turn if I play the Garden now. This I could still technically play Atsushi next turn if I get the mana from the Goblin, but it's no guarantee. See what M. Kenny's got going on. They got to draw a card on turn 3 from Wedding Announcements. It doesn't happen all the time. 4th mana is where they get to start cooking. Here comes Gala Greeters into Reinforcements. Very nice. Going to tip my cup to them for that one. Alright, so treasure and a +1. Yep, that's exactly what they do. Announcement goes off. They get a 1/1. That is a wide board. That is wider than your dad. Drop Devastator in there, play it later with the Rivaz. We draw a Rivaz. That's fun. Let's go for it. I want my 4th mana. Yeah, they let her through. I figured that would happen. Here comes Sushi. We have 3 Rivaz in our hand, man. Come on. Probably should have just, like, played it. That's what I should have done. It's a Rivaz deck. We'll never play Rivaz, even when we have the chance. Turns out Fable's just a better card. Who would have thought? All right, what does opponent have? They have 3 cards in hand and a bunch of creatures, but they'll probably have more. They play a Jetmir right now. They have the 6 creatures conceit. A pretty good turn at last turn from them. See what they can top it this turn, maybe. 5 mana altogether now. And they're having to think. Apparently it's tough. I wonder what that means. What do you not have the mana to do that you want to have the mana to do? I mean, you can, like, Alanal join the dance. You can Autoline do something for 2 mana. Like, you got... Wow, they just passed turn. Okay. Okay. Well, wedding announcement goes off. Galagreeters becomes a 4/4. You get a Rafine's Tower and a Reflection. The choice here, right, is do we come in with this token and sacrifice it, or get chumped by, we're blocked by Galagreeters. So we can play the AO this turn. Or do we just play Rivaz past turn? I think we Rivaz. AO's good and all, but like we're guaranteed to get him next turn without having to sacrifice a resource. So I think we just Rivaz now. Make disappear? That's a make disappear? In your tokens deck. That's a wow, no blue. There's a blue source. Wow, dog. I'm so proud of you. The brokers just said, what is happening? What is happening? Magic the Gathering. Oh boy, wow. Wow, man, I'm impressed. What is going on, dude? Oh boy. Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll swing. Put him at 16, man. Gah! Hey, Raid. Hey, Raiders. What's going on? Party of 28 from Magic Brad. 37. What's going on, Magic Brad? Good to see you. Our opponent has just surprise blued us. We're playing Naya, really green-white tokens all game. They hit us with a make disappear out of nowhere, and I was still flabbergasted by that when they played a Broker's Ascendancy, and now they have a Ledger Shredder for no reason. What? Wow, Ledger Shredder was perfect there, too. They need a flyer to not, like, just, like, lose in the air. And they have a flyer. And for some reason, it's Ledger. Why did you play Ledger Shredder in this deck? It's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. It's just ridiculous. Oh. Puddin' Cup. What is happening? Huh. Swing. Okay. Bang. They go to 13. I mean, there is that. There is that. Crap. I forgot. Just talking about Ledger Shredder. That's alright, I needed the other body. I would have done it again if I had the chance. They discarded Ledger Shredder. What a deck, man! What a deck we're playing against! Magic Bread, I love you. And yeah, I'm trying to play Dragons. Wow, dude, they had 3 Ledger Shredders. They just discarded one. They had 3 Ledger Shredders over there, guy. Jeez, opponent's just like going off. Yeah, here they come. Here they finally come. Alright. Alright, so what are we at? 18? So 6, 17, 19, 11, 34-point attack. Woo! Okay, opponent, you are just on one, aren't you, my friend? Alright, so we're blocking the 6/6 with a 2/2. That is a guarantee. Also, why did I skip past? Oh yeah, I don't have any mana. That's why. I can just get rid of this reflection. So long as I survive, I can get rid of this reflection. It's fine. I promise. It's fine. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Crap. Well, I guess we can have some fun and see what we get off this AO. I don't know. The reason I blocked with the AO and not the Devastator is I'm pretty sure the game is over, and I'd rather do the content thing and try to get a good draw off the AO. Now, if I put counters on everything, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's 11, and they can block with the Ledger Shredder, so yeah, let's just see what we get. Fable and a Riveteers, okay. Sucks. 3/5, so we can't attack through it either. Wow, we drew all 4 Rivaz. Let's dump these 2. Good lord, Arena. All 4 Rivaz. Well, I guess we can leyline binding the Shredder over here. Master Shredder. And we get in for 9, and it looks close. It's closer than it was. Damn you! You just... Wow, dude, it happened to be a Tamiya safekeeping. Jeez. Opponent goes. Let's see what we can do with it. We play Plains. Let's go Rafine's Tower. Open up this binding next turn. If they don't do anything, I might just Bankbuster, though. Green-white, again. Gotta get 3 tokens decks in a row? What are you doing, Arena? It's like Arena has identified our weakness. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield. Okay, just want to make sure. Sega. Welcoming Vampire, huh? I don't like that either. Sure. I know I'm going to binding that. That was a tough decision. I just really wasn't sure about that. We got an 18 off the greeters. They didn't get a treasure. I wonder if that means something. We'll go Rivaz this turn. This is exactly how last game started on our end, right? Let's see if they can remove it. Which will actually be a big game, because we don't have any lands past this. So removing this will be like time walking us, kind of. Here they come. Is that so? Is that so? You want to trade? You gonna play reinforcements right now and trade with us? Is that what we're doing? I think it is. I think they're gonna play reinforcements and trade. Do I want that trade? Sure. If it takes their greeters off the board. I nailed it, by the way. And they say go, too, huh? Alright, we get a 4th, an untapped Sorcerer, so we can just play at Sushi. Which I like. See if they get a 5th mana this turn. They don't. They're just welcoming Vampire first. 1 drop? No. Okay. That will get them a good amount of value as the game goes on, though. As the game goes on. Let's try to race. I don't think it's a great idea. I think it's just about our only choice. Let's Rivaz. We have flyers. I mean, they have a flyer, but we have flyers. We have to try to leverage that. I think that's the right play. They also... They might have Emperor, and they do have mana for it because they have a treasure. But if they spend much mana this turn at all, they can't Emperor, so... Might just keep plugging away with the Atsushi. They draw a card off Vampire for playing Join the Dance. And then they come in with Vampire. They go to 16. They know they're not going to be blocking with it, so why not? Tie it up. Opponent still has 3 mana over there. And they Wedding Announcement, yeah. Yep. My whole thought process that I wasn't quick enough to say was, if they have 3 mana left and one of it's a treasure, what they're doing is, should I spend this treasure on a Wedding Announcement? And I think they made the right call there. Alright, opponent is also just going to go wider and wider as the game goes on, so we really need to put these flyers on the board while we can, right? Let's go Rith. Just try to beat them that way. We'll see. Join the dance. They pay 5. What's in your hand? They draw. They got that Welcoming Vampire is going to win them the game, man. Lots and lots of cards off that. Leyline Binding. Cool, cool. Enters the battlefield. Okay. Let's come on with them. That's 9 coming your way. You probably should block, but they might not. Yeah, they don't. They don't. They go to 3. I say we go ahead and Binding this Welcoming Vampire right now. We gave you a chance to block with it, dude. Sorry. What if they Jetmir, though? That was probably not a good idea. What if they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? They'll have 9 if they play Jetmir. Oh, God. Have we just screwed up supremely? If they go Red Source Jetmir, we die, so... that was probably a bad call, guys. Let's find out. Let's find out if they have it. Let's freaking find out, you know? No Red Source. Resolute Reinforcements. I think we made it. I think we made it. Reinforcement. A lot of reinforcements! That's so many. Tip my glass to you, my friend. I like tokens, too. Alright, so we can block. Here, the trick of the trade against this deck, do not put Resolute Reinforcements in the graveyard. Don't do that. They draw. They level up all their dudes with that Wedding Announcement. What are we going to discard? That guy and that guy. See if any of this matters. I mean, it might, right? But we get a Devastator, so cool beans. 1, 2, 3. 3/3 Dev. Dev coming down. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, there we go. They go to 14. Another pro tip there is that maybe you don't want to attack with your ground guys, just in case they have a way of giving a guy lifelink or something, you know, and they can block it, you know what I'm saying? But I figured they didn't with just green mana there, so we're relatively safe. Well, we got one in. Good game. Opponent goes. A lot of that tonight. We got 2 open mana. We can cast the Fateful, but it's going to hurt. I guess we're hoping to draw a tap land next turn so we can play Fable on turn 3. But that would require playing a tap land probably on 2, in which case we couldn't Fateful Absence, and opponent goes first. So it's honestly, all that's like really awkward. We have 3, 5, or 6s in our hand. I'm still going to keep it, though. I think if we can Absence into Fable, then like we might be able to get something going. Requisitioner, eh? Case of Koilos. Alright, Zaitor's Proving Ground into White Source for the opponent. They play Sun Gold Sentinel, so they're doing something freaky over there. Springs into action. Choose a color. Gains hexproof from that color till end of turn. Can't be blocked by creatures. But you have to have Coven for that. Alright. I'm going to Requisitioner. Take the pain for that. Pain doesn't matter that much. Next turn we can Fable. See if we have to keep the Fateful Absence up and see what they do this turn. Angel Fire Ignition. Nice. Alright. Let's see if we block that now. We'll have 4 mana next turn. It's not that big of a deal. It's no blocks for now. 5/4, huh? 5/4. 5/4. Yikes. Yikes. I think I might give him a card for that. Still early in the game. Jeez. 22-13, and we really only played a couple of cards this game. Angel Fire Ignition is a hell of a drug, man. That's a fine Magic card. Forest for the opponent. Fable. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Fable for us, of course. Shattered Sanctum. Swing. Pop him. Go to 19. Let's play Fable. Huh. See if they pitch. They only pitch a Plains, right? Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if this deck has some kind of reanimator aspect to it. Invoke Justice, but it doesn't look like it has a lot of white. We see the Zayator's Proving Ground, so I still expect this to be domainy somehow. No blue yet, though. Yep, they ignition the token. Go to 9. Angel Fire, man. Silly, silly, silly Magic card. Leyline Binding? God! The Fable, right? Yep, they take it. Jeez. Rough stuff, man. Rough. So we're getting green from that, white from that. We're going to take a point here. It's fine. Three cards in opponent's hand. They get a reflection. Cool little deck over there. I mean, it hasn't done much, honestly. It's just... It's apparently going first was just a ridiculous advantage. Angel Fire Ignition, that's the card that's been beating us this game, but right now they don't have it unless they do. You could always have another in their hand. They sack to draw a card. They don't have Ignition mana now, so that's good news. Nishoba Brawler, I expected to see you. I thought that might be what we're doing here. Haunted Ridge is our draw, so we can just play Zayatora. Play Zayatora, sacrifice a token, kill the reflection. All seems good. I'm wondering if I can attack. And I don't think that I can. I don't think that I can. You trample. You don't. I'm doing it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing it. We bang into him. Sacrifice this boy to kill the reflection. Oh my god! Second opponent with random Samio safekeeping. Okay. Jeez. See that card in my nightmares tonight. Cheesy crazy, dude. Really? Really? Okay. Alright. Alright. It's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's so stupid, dude. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. How do we not lose? How do we not lose? Oh, also I didn't get my treasure either. Oh my god, I didn't get my treasure. Because Tamiya's safekeeping. Oh my god. I was supposed to play Fable and AO this turn and now I can't. Oh my Oh my god. Oh, let's AO. Had to take a point for that. That sucks. Can hit him for 16 this turn, and yet I shouldn't attack. Because then I'll die. If opponent has a removal spell, we also die. In turn. Sack the AO. This is a cool loop I did want to do. Alright, look at the top. Kill the reflection. Kill it. Thank you. Let me get a Rivaz. Okay. That ain't bad. And I'm going to go ahead and cycle this. Looks nuts. But we might draw a Fateful Absence. I just want to do it. We draw a Wandering Emperor. Okay. Cool. Play the AO out of our yard next turn with Rivaz. Oh, is there a way? Oh, is there a way? 11. 11 on board plus sides. Oh my god! What is happening? Opponents with the perfect cards again. Like, oh my god, dude. Just yowza! Oh, they can coven in too, can't you? Okay, okay, okay. Well, we have to block here. Let's block like this. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. Okay, so we get to keep a 5/5, and they lose their whole board. So, you know, it's whatever. It's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They have Shivan Devastator in their deck. But that's okay. We have Wandering Emperor and Fateful Absence, so we're not going to get caught by any haste, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We can do it. We can do this, guys. We got it. Here comes Moonveil Regent. Okay. That's good. That's cool cards. Courier's Briefcase. All right. They're going to draw a card, too. They get to draw a card off of Regent. Incredible. Incredible. They can draw 3, by the way. They can draw mana. They can draw 3 cards next turn off a Briefcase. They have blocker. Because they have a blue source with this treasure. We draw a land. We gotta dump the land. Let's try and get something better. It's a Leyline Binding. That's really good. That's so good. I'm actually thinking about binding this Briefcase. I don't want them to draw cards. I really don't want them drawing cards. Then I can't Emperor. Yeah. Even making mana with the Goblin Treasure, or Goblin Token, I'm like just barely off of it, you know? By the way, there are Triomes in this deck. We just don't have a single Triome out that would reduce the cost of Biome, even though we're 20 cards into the library. Because, of course, I guess I passed on a couple of them, so I cycled one of them and then pitched the other one to a Fable. It's my own fault. Let's just say go. They die in 2 bites, but they get to draw here, so we'll see. I don't think it's right to binding the Briefcase. Ooh, they pop a clue first. Black, red, white. Okay. Ooh, Fleetfoot Dancer. That is so good. Thank you, sir. Thank you, friend. You have Vigilance by any chance? No, you do not. No, you do not. Wandering Emperor. Oh, we have to take a point from that? Ugh. Just the one. Okay. We don't have to. I could attack the treasure there, but I'm going to block with the Goblin token anyway. Plus we gain life off Emperor. Take a block.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
At Sushi. You get a reflection. Bang it in. 3. Take a toke.
See you later.
2 blockers. Leyline Binding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 7, 6, 5. So yeah, we can't play both these cards. That just is kind of bullock, so we can't play both these cards. I guess if they play a Devastator, we could just block it with the Atsushi. It's better just to hold up Binding. That's correct. There's just no reason to play the Atsushi. Not really. Hell, I mean, they might draw Sweeper this turn. If they do, then we'll have a creature in our hand. Well, they want to draw off the briefcase. They have 4 mana left after they draw. I don't know if they played a land for turn yet. The difference between 4 and 5 mana might be astronomical, right? I mean, they might play like by invitation only instead of depopulate. Moonveil Regent with the rest of their mana, and they scoop it. Man, good game. Good game, 5-color stuff player over there. Let's rank up to finish things off here for the night. I'll take it. It was a little hot, you know. Opponent drew Safekeeping twice in 2 different games, and they had, you know, Borrowed Time off the top into Intrepid Adversary immediately after that. It was just like the top decks from opponent tonight were hot top decks all night long, ladies and gentlemen. So we had to. It actually feels really nice. We had to get used to that, but even without the hot top decks, we kept coming up against matchups that are not good for us. The Naya tokens, green-white tokens, whatever. Not the people that go wide are not going to do are going to do pretty well against us. But again, I think we have a lot of flyers. Tokens decks tend to not have a lot of flyers, so maybe we can leverage it that way. If we ramp, we get to Rivaz into Riff quickly, or maybe Rivaz into Zayatora on 4, which is a play we didn't get to do, but the deck does have access to. So I think the deck is actually neat. You know, it's got 4 Leyline Binding, 3 Wandering Emperors, 4 Fateful Absence, so you got 11 really good removal pieces, plus Zayatora. We did get to see the loop tonight where Zayatora sacrifices an Ayo or an Atsushi or something, and that helped us in that game too. That last game was dire, and we somehow ended up winning that game. Opponent went for the home run with the Shivan Devastator and missed out on it, and suddenly the board state is we're the only ones with a creature, and it's a 5/5 flyer, so that's a bad place for them to be in, you know. I think that the mana issues this deck had isn't necessarily solved by putting in more of this or that color. I think the mana issues this deck had are probably actually solved by adding a land. I think that a 25th land would like really help this deck out a lot, so keep that in mind. But, you know, altogether, overperformers, underperformers. Ayo Rith was there all the time, but Rith is just a big guy. He's a 5. We never once got a single 4/4 off of Rith. And he was in a lot of games, and we never got a 4/4 off this dude. So I could have tried for it. I could have tried more. I gotta say that, but never really got the 4/4 off of Rith. He's just a 5/5 flying ward 2 for 5, which is like, I was saying this about the Sphinx in blue. It's kind of just a good rate. It was just kind of fine. Fable was not necessarily as weak as you might think, but not super strong either. There's obviously not a lot that this can copy in this deck. But again, the ramp, important. Giving our opponent 2 things to have to remove in one card, the value. Drawing us more towards important stuff, like throwing dragons in the yard we can cast later with Rivaz. Like all that did work. So even though Reflection's not doing much, I think Fable is still worth probably at least a 3 of, and probably more likely this whole 4 of. Aside from that, Bankbuster it drew us a couple cards, but it wasn't that impressive, honestly. I don't think Bankbuster is that necessary in this deck. And then Requisitioner. I think this is a good call for the 2-drop slot. You do need to play 2 drops in this deck. But it's more likely, or it's somewhat likely, that better 2-drops might involve getting us this mana slightly more consistently. right? I don't think this does that, but this does trade. It traded with a guy like Greeters in the last game and got us some mana. Like, that was pretty good, you know? So I think Requisitioner does its job, but I do think there's probably a better way to spend this slot. But the slot is a 2-drop. Make no mistake. I don't think you can cut a 2-drop and not add a 2-drop because there's like none in the deck. So you need some. But altogether, fun little deck that did some fun little things. Oh, Shivan Devastator. That kind of underperformed too, didn't it? But 1 or 2 is as many as I'd play. So I don't know that I'd get rid of or add more copies or anything like that. I think 2 is probably correct. And if 2 isn't right, 1 is probably right. I think you want to play some with Rivaz.